Hi there and good morning, Bomber fans. It's Monday morning and that gives us the opportunity to do my rendition of game balls, and we're going to jump right in with it here with Chris Schultz saying that's ridiculous, and Chris Schultz is saying that's ridiculous to the play on where Adam Bighill picked up the ball and ran into the end zone for a touchdown on the opening play that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers had the ball to open the game for the BC Lions 7-0. That's ridiculous. Why? Because it was a great play. Yes, absolutely it was. But the fact that no Winnipeg Blue Bomber was around him to make the tackle or to even touch him so that he was down by contact. So Winnipeg Blue Bombers and Adam Bighill on that play, for the good and for the bad, that's ridiculous. And then we're going to move over to Milt Stiegel, and Milt Stiegel says, oh my goodness. And Milt Stiegel is saying, oh my goodness, to the way that Dante Marsh sat on that pass coming from Max Hall out to the sideline there. Now Dante Marsh was able to grab that ball and run it back all the way to the end zone for a pick six, and he spied that route perfectly. He read Max Hall's eyes and he saw where the pass was going. He understood the defense that they were in. He knew he could jump the route, and he ran it back all the way for another BC Lions defensive touchdown. Oh my goodness, Dante Marsh, that was a thing of beauty. Now next we're going to move over to the game ball, and maybe you can see I'm wearing my Buck Pierce jersey, and later in the game us fans were chanting, some of us fans were chanting, we want Buck, and they put Buck Pierce in, and some of us stood up and cheered. The reason we did that is we love the way that Buck Pierce has been a consummate professional, we love his competitiveness, and we love the warrior attitude that he has brought. And so Winnipeg Blue Bomber fans, even though now Buck Pierce is a member of the enemy teams, and he came into enemy territory and Investors Group Field for showing that class act to Buck Pierce, you get my game ball for that. After that, we don't have the penalty flag, right, folks? So we got the jock, so we're going to pull it out one more time. And again, this thing stinks, and it stinks the same way that some fans' attitudes stink. Not because they didn't show up at the game, but some fans' attitudes towards other fans' attitudes is deserving of the jock, and I'll explain that. On Facebook and on Twitter and on the Bombers forum, some fans have been saying that the Winnipeg Blue Bomber fans should not have been cheering for Buck Pierce to come in and should have not have enjoyed his presence. Why? Because they say that Buck Pierce cost the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 4 years of not developing a quarterback with his injuries. Now that may be true. Buck Pierce may have hampered quarterback development within the Winnipeg Blue Bomber system, but is that on Buck Pierce? I don't think so. That's a management decision. If there's a guy in the organization that continues to want to play, but he's not able to play, that's a management decision, and you need to move him out sooner. I would beg to wonder that if any of us had a job and people were saying that we are hampering our job's growth, yet we still wanted to be there and they were still willing to pass, that we would not walk out the door. And so I don't know what you guys were thinking, that Buck Pierce should have left the Bombers organization earlier on his own free will. So fans, some of the fans of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, this thing still smells as bad as last week, and your attitude towards some of us standing up and cheering for Buck and showing him his respect was smelly. Oh, is this thing? So Winnipeg Blue Bomber fans, some of you get my jock. Thanks for watching. This has been Don the Sign Guy.